shocked the league this year. Really impressive. 5-win team in 2019. 5-win team. And now they are knocking on the door of the postseason, KB. So a lot of things have been off in 2020. Good or bad, the Dolphins are the surprise team of the season so far. Do you agree?
I totally agree. This is it. We can find some other ones that are surprise teams. There's been some unpleasant surprises. There's been some great ones. This is Miami. And how do you know? Well, in August and September, every show on every platform in every state and every country does their segments predicting records and seeing who you think is going to win. How's the season going to go? We do it ourselves. I went back and looked. How many people really thought the Miami Dolphins were going to do anything this year, let alone be on the precipice of a playoff run? I look back. Sporting News had the Dolphins at 4-12. USA Today, love it. Get it at the hotels for free. 6-10. ESPN 7-9. Huge credit to Sports Illustrated for looking at the Miami Dolphins and saying, you know what, 8-8. But here is the coup de grace, ladies and gentlemen. NFL.com, our own website on our own media platform, had a 35-person panel. 35 people. And guess how many people had the Dolphins making the playoffs? Zero. 0 for 35. No one wanted to take a shot. This includes Baldy, Kurt Warner, Judy Batista, Cynthia Freeland, and our very own Schrager and Burleson. 0 for 35. What Tua has done, what Fitzpatrick has done, and most importantly, what Brian Flores has done, ain't a damn person who said, yeah, I see them as a playoff team. Most of them had them sub 500. So yes, that is the biggest surprise of the NFL season. Burleson, you're one of the 35. Own that, fam.
Yeah, I wish I could pat you on the back, KB, but I can't reach down there. But I will say good job, though, because you went in on the Miami Dolphins, and they're a pretty good team. Go ahead, Peter.
Hey, what is this Super Bowl day? They're not in the playoffs. The Ravens are going to win 2 games, and the Dolphins will miss the playoffs, and 35 people might be very right, Kyle, before you start stomping all over the graves. They aren't in the playoffs. What's the surprise?
Just, Peter, let's not get lost in the details. You're actually listening, Peter? You're supposed to be preparing your own comments and waiting for me to finish. What are you talking about?
All right, for me, I'm going with the
Browns,
man. The Browns are my surprise team. I've been on the Browns bandwagon since they cut me when I was 40 years old trying to run routes like Jerry Rice with the Seahawks. But this past season, they have shown exactly what I thought they could be. That's a quarterback that can take care of the ball, wide receivers that are consistent, and more importantly, a running game that mimics what the AFC North is. And what I love about this game this season is that Baker Mayfield, he has took a step in maturity, not just on the field with his decision-making because he's taking care of the ball the later part of the season. I just feel like he's handling the media the right way. He had a sophomore slump, which on the field he wasn't playing well. And then in the media, he was just doing too much. He was doing too much talking. He was barking too much. He was taking too many things personal. Now he's the same guy, but he doesn't take himself too serious. And that's the perfect type of leader. It's a sweet blend between a guy that you can follow just whenever because you know that he's going to lead you in the right direction, and also a guy that can joke around with you. And that's what he's been doing. So for me, it's the Browns, the biggest surprise. And I can't wait to see what they do in the postseason because now it's one of those points where the Browns have already won. I mean, at 10-4, they have already won. If they get into the playoffs, they're just playing with house money, baby.
Yeah, I think the Browns and the Dolphins have both been incredibly pleasant surprises. And Kyle, I'm only kidding around. The Dolphins, if they handle their business, they will be playing playoff football. I'm going to look at the negative side of it, and I hate to go negative here, but there are a couple things that I know and I always rely on. I know on December 25th, Santa Claus is coming and he's going to deliver gifts. I know that TMZ and Page 6 are always right. And I always believed that, Belichick would find a way. I'm surprised that the Patriots, Week 16, are just done. I really am. I picked Belichick to be the coach of the year before the season. That was wrong. Yeah. I picked Cam Newton to be the most improved player. That was wrong. I just thought that they'd find a way. And here we are, late December, and they're eliminated. They're done. Even when they caught fire a little bit and they beat the Chargers 45-0, the part of me was like, all right, here they come. And then the Rams just blitzed them 24-3. I don't know. To me, it's a surprise. And I know you could say, well, look at all the guys that they lost, and Brady's gone, and Hightower's not playing, and Chung's not playing, and come on, Edelman's been injured. I know. And on paper, they probably weren't a playoff team. But to me, to be in this part of the season with a wide open AFC, and for the Patriots to be completely irrelevant out of the picture, I gotta say, it's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to the NFC for mine. My surprise team, I'm going to go with the Cardinals. They went from a 5-win team last year to being on the cusp of a playoff appearance. And I'm not saying they're going to make it far. I'm not saying that they're going to flip the table. But this is the league's most competitive division, so I think they deserve some love. I think they need a few more pieces. They need to grow out of some of their issues with discipline and mistakes. This is like the table setter year, though, so I'm impressed. It reminds me of what we saw from the Rams when they had McVay, when they just got him. They got into the playoffs. They weren't quite ready. They lost in the first round. And then the next year, they built off of that. And what happened? They went to the Super Bowl. So I feel like this team is peaking at the right time. They're setting the table for the future. And I did not think it was going to happen this early with Kyler and Cliff Kingsbury. So kudos to them. At GMFB with your thoughts. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us here on Good Morning Football. We're here every morning, by the way, Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Now, up on Saturday, this is not common. This is not every day that we have 3 NFL games. Start your day at 1 p.m. Eastern on NFL Network. Brady and the Bucks take on Stafford and the Lions at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. The Niners face the Cardinals on Prime Video. Yes, Amazon Prime Video, and only there. So make sure to go ahead and get your stream on and finish up your NFL Saturday. Back with us right here on NFL Network. It is Tua and the Dolphins battling Jacobs and the Raiders at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Tom Pelissero joining us now to stick with that Saturday matchup between the Dolphins and the Raiders. Could Las Vegas have Derek Carr back for this one?
Okay, a good sign for Derek Carr's chances of playing in that game on Saturday night against the Dolphins. He was listed as a full participant in practice yesterday. That's less than 1 week after he suffered a significant groin injury that knocked him out of that overtime loss against the Chargers. Our Ian Rappaport reported at the time that Carr was facing a 10 to 14-day recovery, so he would need to beat that timeline in order to be ready to go this week. If Carr can't go, it would be Marcus Mariota, who certainly acquitted himself well in relief in that game against the Chargers. But as of now, based upon the practice participation, it certainly seems as if it is trending toward Derek Carr having a shot to play against Miami in a game that, as you know well, Kay, is right here on NFL Network.
That's right. You can see it right here as part of our double header on NFL Network, a triple header of action on Saturday. Thanks so much, Tom. Great promo by you there. After this, Nate, are we going to school? School's closed today. It's Christmas Eve.